Trustee Abraham. Trustee Abraham.
She's on mute.
She's on the line. She just on, yeah, she's on the line. She's just on mute.
Trustee Abraham, if you're on mute, can you please unmute yourself and answer roll? We'll come back to Trustee Abraham. Trustee Miller. Do we have Trustee Miller on the line? Going back to Trustee Abraham.
Can you please mute yourself if you're not giving your presentation at this time? Thank you.
So, Mayor, unfortunately, at this time, we do not have a quorum. Would you like to suspend temporarily until we have a quorum?
Yes.
Okay, we are hereby suspended without vote. We'll come back in 5 minutes, hopefully with a quorum. We apologize, everyone.
Mr. Clerk, Trustee Tierney is having some issues getting on. Jason, you may want to reach out to him to see what you can do to troubleshoot him getting on the call. He's saying that the meeting is in progress. I don't know what that means.
I'll reach out now, Mayor. Trustee Abraham, are you on the line?
Hello, this is Trustee Abraham. Can you guys hear me?
We sure can, thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you, Trustee. Thank you.
All right, I had to re-dial in. Sorry about that.
No problem. We got you. Hello? Hello? With 3, we got a quorum. With the 3, we got a quorum. Abraham. Oh, I don't have Tierney though. Oh, senior. Hey, Trustee Tierney. Yes, Kevin. Are you having trouble getting on? Hello. Okay, are you trying to get on now? Okay, Mayor, we do have a quorum at this time from what I see. We can start when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so we'll have a roll call at this time. Trustee Horn did answer present. She is still here. Trustee Jones. Trustee Jones is still absent. Trustee Tierney, I just spoke to. He's trying to get on. Currently absent. Mayor Thompson is here. Trustee Senior is here. Trustee Abraham is here. And Trustee Miller. And Trustee Miller is absent. Mayor, at this time, we do have a quorum. Can we all please stand or be seated to acknowledge the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United
United
States of
States of
America,
America, and to the republic for which it
for
stands,
which it stands,
one nation, under God,
under God,
indivisible,
liberty
and justice for all.
Thank you. Can we all please have a moment of silence? Okay, thank you. Next is item 2, public comment. I'll read from the disclaimer. While the meeting is open to the public and public comments are welcomed, in light of concerns related to the spread of coronavirus disease, COVID-19, the meeting will be streaming live online, and the village strongly encourages residents and participants to submit written comments to the village clerk prior to the meeting. Persons will be allowed to make in-person comments if they so desire to. However, individuals will be brought into the meeting room one at a time, and all federal, state, and local protocols currently in place to alleviate the spread of COVID-19, including social distancing requirements, will be observed. Again, the village welcomes and encourages your participation in this process and thanks you in advance for your interest in the village's finances and affairs. At this time, Mayor, I have not received anything through the village clerk's email. Do you have any visitors present in the chambers?
There is no one in the chambers, Mr. Clerk.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. We'll move on to item 3, communications. The first communication is an announcement. Let me pull it up. Vehicle sticker design contest. What does hashtag Broadview Strong mean to you? So the village of Broadview is looking to put a new vehicle sticker design in play. The village's vehicle stickers are due for renewal on May 1st, 2021. Therefore, we are looking for young Broadview residents to get involved and design a sticker that reflects what Broadview Strong means to you. The rules are as follows. The design must be completed on an official entry form. Entry forms will be available in the Winter Village newsletter at the Village Hall. The child must be a Broadview resident under the age of 14 as of January 1st, 2021. Only one entry per child is allowed. Multiple entries will not be accepted. The use of 4 colors, including a color background, are to be used. Only ink pens, crayons, or markers will be accepted. All entries must be received at Village Hall no later than 5 p.m. on January 15th, 2021, no exceptions. You can mail or drop off your design right to Village Hall. Village Hall address is 2350 South 25th Avenue, Broadview, Illinois, 60155. Make sure to put your name on the back of your entry form. All designs will be judged based on neatness, creativity, and a positive image of hashtag Broadview Strong. There'll be a first, second, and third place winner. The first place will receive a $25 gift card, second place $15 gift card, and third place will get a $10 gift card. All winners for photographs will be placed in the Spring Village of Broadview newsletter. For further information or questions, please feel free to contact Leticia Jones at 708-681-3600, extension 260. Good luck to everyone. Next, we'll have a presentation from Family Dollar Store.
Commissioner Upshaw, you want to tell us about the presentation and who's presenting to us tonight representing Family Dollar Store?
Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, Mayor, Board, and
Good evening.
Good evening.
This evening, we have representatives who are interested in purchasing as well as renting out the space at 2200 Roosevelt Road, which used to be the old Seaway Bank building. And on the call, we have John Wanda, I think, from us. We have John Wanda from Century 21. We have Bobby Miller, who was the developer for Milco Investments. And we have Todd, Cabanin from Rubin and Mayberry. And he actually would be the tenant. Bobby Miller would be the developer who would be purchasing the property and leasing it to Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, what have you. And so we met in September, and they weren't prepared. And after we had several discussions, and then they came back again in November to give a presentation to the safety committee. And at that time, we expressed several concerns for both of the locations. There was a current Family Dollar. There was a Family Dollar that was located 16th and Roosevelt, and then there is a dollar facility that's in the mall. And we expressed, the safety committee expressed their concerns about all the life safety issues and the tickets and the several conversations that we've had in the past, all the way dating back to 2014, that had not been addressed. And it wasn't until recently that we actually came in contact with people who we needed to speak to, based on the premise that obviously they're trying to bring another dollar facility to the village of Broadview. So we've had a couple safety committee meetings. I've been in contact with John and Bob, and so I did reach out to the mayor. They wanted to give a presentation to the board. I informed them that the safety committee does make recommendations to the mayor, and the trustees and the mayor make the decisions. We do not. And so at this time, I have John, Todd, and Bobby.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Mayor Thompson, for hearing us out. Hope everybody's getting along and getting into the holiday spirit. We currently have under contract the property. I thought it was 2100 Roosevelt Road, not 22, but the former Seaview Bank property, nonetheless, which is an approximate 11,931 square foot building, which we have intentions into redeveloping into a Dollar Tree property. Is it Jason? Were you the IT guy, Jason?
Yes, sir.
So there's a handful of slides that David and the safety committee had requested us to bring from our last meeting in November that Jason has teed up. They're renderings. They're not the final product, and they're generally put together to initiate a discussion between the development and planning and zoning department. And it's really just a rendering of some ideas that we have for the property, which we would redevelop. They include a site plan, a truck access plan. I have a PDF of what the existing interior is based on the existing plans, and then what the proposed interior would be. I also have exterior renderings and elevations that we could discuss, but again, they were really for the purpose of moving the ball down the field and engaging in a further discussion with the planning committee and the proper authorities within the municipality. But we've done this dozens of times in other municipalities around the country, and we're hopeful to be successful in your community as well. Some of the work that we're planning on doing would be removing the existing drive-through of the property and redeveloping the entire parking lot so that it flows better than it currently does. Installing new glass windows along Roosevelt Road, installing a new HVAC system. We'd certainly demo the interior of the space and make it work as a traditional Dollar Tree layout. We'd work closely with the city and the safety department to make sure that we incorporated a lot of their objectives and desires. And we're hopeful that the project could instigate improvement along that stretch of the lot of that lot right there, and those parcels that are currently vacant. And we bring approximately 4 full-time jobs and 8 to 15 part-time jobs to the community, as well as create, while it is a real estate tax producing property right now, it's certainly not producing any sales tax revenue, and we think we could help with that also. Certainly the bank wasn't doing that either, but we're hopeful to be successful in your community. Regarding some of the history of the other 2 properties in town, which I don't want to dwell on too much, but it does come up. The Family Dollar property has since been closed, and that was actually being operated during a time, actually, when I believe Dollar Tree did not even own that company. So in one respect, they're guilty by association. And I think that they've done their best in probably could do a little better, but to adhere to a lot of the issues that of the other Dollar Tree property on the west side of town. And recently in our October meeting, they asked for a contact, which we provided them. In the instance they need to contact somebody corporate, which they had been having trouble previously. The slide that Jason has up right now, it's sort of mini, but is a rendering of what the, just give me just 1 second, I'm gonna pull it up on my screen. It's just a rendering, a site plan rendering of what the Dollar Tree would be and what the new parking lot would look like. Oh, sorry. Did you hear any of that, guys? Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I don't know where I left off. I apologize.
The parking rendering.
Oh, right. Sorry. That's a site plan of what the parking rendering would look like. Jason, you go to another one. That's the only one I can see right now. Whichever one you pull up, I'd be prepared to speak upon. If anyone has any questions, we certainly can discuss it. That would be that's a preliminary finished interior site plan of what the interior would look like. Obviously, these are subject to discussion with the planning and zoning department, whom we would submit permits for. But that would be the intended finished interior. Jason, that's the existing interior on the lower. Sorry, that's the truck. That is the truck access plan, which we had some minor discussion about in our last meeting, and is not intended at all to be the final product. Our architects put that together based upon working with similar type properties on other locations, and we can fiddle with the computer program that we have that sort of maneuvers a W67 truck along this lot and how it can access it and get in and out. We would have, I think, 1 delivery a week, by the way. It's important to note. And we would have, if need be, do it on off hours so that it didn't disturb other traffic. Jay, next. That's the existing interior plan from which the proposed plan would that's what it would be renovated from.
I think that's
Another one, Jay. Okay. Okay. In any event, so those are the renderings, but just to understand what the city's objectives are, address them appropriately, exceed your objectives, and be successful in your community, which I know that we can be. And we've had several discussions with David and his team, the safety department over the last year, but more recently the safety department over the last couple months. And we've tried to. Is somebody trying to log in right now? I know that Dawn Lyon is trying to log in right now. And are you able to accept any more invites, David?
She's in.
Oh, she's in. Okay. She was just texting me. Dawn, you with us? Dawn? I don't see her yet, but okay. In any event, so our thought was to, express what our objectives are, Mayor, and understand what the city's objectives are and try to address them and exceed them so that we all can be successful together and work harmoniously. I can't reinvent the past, but I certainly can help with the future. I can tell you that I've initiated, like I said, a direct contact with somebody at Dollar Tree Corporate for the city to contact in the event that there's any issues with this property or the others. I know that David and his team had mentioned that they had issued a citation recently, and they didn't know if it got to the right person, and they tried to contact the landlord, and I couldn't really comment how other landlords operate their properties, but we're in close contact with all the managers of the properties and tenants of which we own, and whether it's a roof issue or a snow issue or a power issue or a garbage issue or anything, we're usually right on it. And I could give you numerous tenants and municipalities whom we're currently working with to sort of validate that. but I'd like to sort of understand what some of your objectives are so we can be successful in moving forward with redeveloping the property. You know, the current landlord is interested in doing so and has been in contact with you as well. And we're just hopeful to be successful and make a positive contribution to the community.
Okay, thank you for the presentation and the slides. Mr. Clerk, can you make sure that all the trustees get a copy of the presentation slides that was presented to us this evening? I'm going to go right into it and let the trustees ask whatever questions they may have at this time. Trustee Horn?
Mr. Miller or anybody else, are you able to speak to your day-to-day operations, or are you just responsible for the development of the property?
Well, Todd Kabamban's on the phone right now, who represents Dollar Tree locally, and I think Dawn Lyon. Dawn, did you get in yet? It's not. David, did you let her in?
We can see Don's iPhone.
Right.
Oh, Dawn, take yourself off mute. In any event, our day-to-day operations.
Yes, Dawn, you have to press #6 to be off mute.
While we're waiting for Dawn, briefly, let the record reflect that Trustee Tierney did arrive to the meeting at 7:42 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
hello? Dollar Tree is a convenience store who operates nationally, approximately 14,000 locations under the banner Dollar Tree Stores and Family Dollar Inc. They are a neighborhood convenience store similar to a Walgreens, but they do not sell the drugs. They don't sell fresh produce. They do not sell, they sell packaged grocery items, but not fresh grocery items. And we think they'll service the community well in an area where perhaps it's somewhat of a desert. They've identified it as an opportunity, and think they can make a positive contribution to the community. Todd?
well, the specific question I have, and I'm not sure if you're in the position to answer it, you are Mr. Todd, but I'm curious, do you have any policies or anything in place as to how you acknowledge or honor those that served in the military?
I handle just real estate. I do not handle operations, and I am their broker. So I don't work for Dollar Tree. Our relationship with Dollar Tree spans 18 years. If Dawn can dial back in, she can address the operational issues or questions, rather.
And I don't have anything else, but thank you.
Dalen, whoever is Dalen, please be acknowledged and who you represent.
Dalen?
All right. Trustee Jones is absent. Trustee Tierney?
Yeah, what was the exact address? There was some confusion on that.
I thought it was 2100 Roosevelt Road, and that's what I've always thought it was, from dating back to when we initially started working this deal a couple years ago.
Can you hear or talk?
Yeah, I can hear on my computer, but not on my phone.
All right, so I'm gonna.
Okay.
Dalen is with Family Tree?
Yeah, it's Dawn Lyon.
Dawn Lyon,
she is
okay.
with Dollar
Yes.
Tree Family Dollar Store.
Okay, thank you for joining the call. So we're on questions now. So Trustee Commissioner Upshaw, can you verify the address for us so there's no conflict and for the record?
For the record, it is the old two-way bank, 2100 Roosevelt Road.
Feedback.
You're getting feedback, so you got us on two different things. You need to mute one of them.
Actually, I don't.
Todd, is that
Dawn, mute your audio on your computer.
You're on mute. Something else is happening.
It is on mute.
Todd, can you mute your cell phone for us?
Is that better? Yeah. Okay, so the action.
So that must be Dalen with the feedback. So we're gonna ask you
Yeah.
to mute your phone or disconnect you.
Hey, Dawn, hit mute while you're if you're just listening.
Yeah, I'm on mute.
Okay.
Okay, Commissioner Shaw, what is the address?
For the record, the address is 2100 Roosevelt Road.
Okay.
Okay.
The old Seaway Bank.
All right, thank you. Is
You're
that all
welcome.
you have, Trustee Tierney?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Okay, Trustee Senior?
Okay, I'm here, so I had to unmute my phone. No, I was just wondering, would he be interested in like holding some of the positions at the Family Dollar store for people that live in our community?
Dawn,
What's the question?
Would some of the employees be able to come from the community?
Yes.
So Dawn, I think I conferenced Dawn in. Dawn, are you there?
I am.
So can everyone, Mayor, can you hear Dawn?
Yes.
Hi, good evening. So what we would do here is we wouldn't reopen the Family Dollar store. We would just have the Dollar Tree store.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said it incorrectly then. Okay.
So yeah, so we would have, I mean, we hire people definitely from the community, typically, you know, for employees that are at an hourly rate, don't want to travel very far, and we have a lot of stores in the surrounding areas. So for the most part, it's going to be, we're going to hire from the community.
Okay.
Anything else, Trustee Senior?
Nope, that's it.
Trustee Abraham?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, one, I want to thank the Dollar Tree Corporation again to be considering another location here in our community. And I really think that position there on Roosevelt Road is obviously a lot of car volume, as well as, you know, so I'm assuming it's going to be just as successful as the other location here at our mall. A few questions I have was obviously with the hours of operation, is it going to be the general like that? Was it 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock opening? Do you guys usually do?
Yeah, typically it differs a little bit based upon the community needs. In this location, it would probably be 9 o'clock.
And then closing at what time?
Either
Same thing,
9 to 9, one or the other.
Okay. And then I think the other thing was brought up earlier, something about the truck when deliveries come. Is there a certain time that they come? Is it the morning, the evening, or does it fluctuate based on when the deliveries is? Because I think you said once a week. Did I hear that correctly earlier? It's a once a week delivery?
Yeah, a lot of it depends on the volume of the store. Typically, it's more twice a week. And we don't have set times. Our closest distribution center is in Joliet. So just depending on that driver's runs and the amount of sales at the different ones, it varies when we're going to, we typically like to have them in the morning because that works best for our employees, but we can't get all of our stores to have morning deliveries, so it fluctuates.
Okay. Yeah, because it's just a little bit different than our mall setting. Obviously, our mall setting is in a mall, and there's not disrupting the daily lives. And this particular location is kind of like off of Roosevelt Road, but then you've got residential in that area, and I just don't want to upset our residential, our residents with a truck delivery or them using the alley or pulling it. You know what I'm trying to say? And the truck running as it's being unloaded. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've been in retail.
But typically we don't like to have employees in our store on off hours. So normally it will be in normal business hours.
Okay. All right.
Because then we have to pay quite a bit of overtime and things like that. It doesn't work out for us financially.
Okay. So it'll be between those particular hours, and then no weekend deliveries, right? So that our residents can not, right? Is there weekend deliveries, or is it strictly just during the week?
Not unless it's during like fourth quarter or holidays. It'll be during the week.
Okay. Okay. Other than that, I'm good with that, Madam Mayor. That's into my questions.
Thank you. I see that Trustee Jones had joined the call, but it looked like he disconnected, so we're gonna keep rolling. So I do have a couple of questions. I haven't had the opportunity to meet the folks over at Dollar Tree because we have a vetting which goes through the building department, and then they have a safety committee, especially with reconstruction within the facility as it relates to fire codes and building codes. But I do have a couple of questions. What are your diversity hiring practices for Dollar Tree?
Well, there's a lot of information I think you can find too, just going to our website. But our HR department, we're very much into diversity hiring and, all the applicable, practices and everything when we're trying to, even at our corporate office, add women, different races to executive levels. It's a big push that we're trying to do now corporate wide and trying to promote from within. So I think that's another big benefit for the community, because somebody could start out as an hourly worker and work their way up to, management and get into our management program and grow with the company from there.
So I'm curious, how many African Americans do you have on your corporate board, and how many are in leadership roles with Family Dollar Tree?
On the board, I can't.
You can
I
get
can't
back
tell
to me
you, but I
with
can
that.
get a list of information and give it to you.
That would be fine. The other thing, so my next question is, we have the Dollar Tree that's in the Village Broadview Square, and then you potentially having the hopes to have one on the Roosevelt Road corridor. It's the same owners, correct?
Correct. We are a publicly traded company. We're a Fortune 130 company at this point. So it would all be the same corporate entity.
Okay, so I'm gonna share a situation that just happened yesterday. I was over at the Dollar Tree over in the Broadview Square, and a resident came and she talked about the refrigeration that was inside that particular store. So I think some internal things need to be done to keep the maintenance up, because we have high standards in Broadview. And so we expect all the businesses to live up to the standard that we exhibit, and that's the standard of excellency. Regardless of what company it is, we welcome having good business partner relationships. So just because we can collect sales tax and property tax, that's important to any community, not just Broadview, but most certainly we want to do our due diligence to make sure that our residents and our other business partners can say that they're proud that we have these businesses and everybody is on one accord and following the rules and regulations that we have in place. So I will be looking for your corporate board members on how many are diversity, how many minorities, how many African Americans, how many Hispanics, Asians, etc. I also would like to know what that looked like in a leadership role for those that's managing the store, because that says a lot about the community. This is a predominantly African American community, and most certainly we want to represent those that live here to have opportunities to work here. The other question that I have is the wages. What are your hiring wages for the people that work for you, whether they full-time? Can you just walk us through what full-time benefits look like with the wages as well as part-time?
Yeah, so as of right now, I mean, there are some discussions right now with the wages going up, but they're part-time workers are minimum wage, and then the full-time workers, the wages vary from salary to salary, position, how much experience they have, but generally they're going to be somewhere around 35 to 45,000 for a store manager, and so the store manager, and we'll have 2 assistant managers, will be full-time.
Okay, that's all I have.
Mayor Thompson, can my
Yes.
question be answered now that she's available?
Sure.
I had a question, Miss, I don't know what your last name is. Is it Dawn?
It's Dawn Lyon.
Okay,
Lyon
Miss
is her
Lyons.
last name.
Miss Lyons, what policies do you guys have in place related to acknowledging those who served in the armed forces?
Well, our corporate office is actually in Chesapeake, Virginia, right at Virginia Beach. And so we have a lot of, obviously, military in that area. And it's like a big part in our hometown. And so we do a lot of charity for the military. We do a lot of, if the military person, for instance, is in the reserve or they get called up, we keep their jobs for them, and we do a lot for the military personnel. And I can get you, again, same thing, I can get you a HR written report in terms of that as well.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody from the safety committee want to make a comment or chime in before we move on to the next item?
Yes, Mayor, I would like to, if nothing else, chime in. This is Director Ames, and I would, if nothing else, like to reiterate the position of the safety committee. We did meet with the good folks with the Dollar Tree, and we did point out the previous safety and health issues that we had with their operations, both at Roosevelt Road and also over in the mall more recently. And we have documented photographs and citations that stretches back for a few years from blocking means of egress. You know, if a fire was to break out, folks could not exit the place safely, to all kind of, to your point, trash and some other issues. This speaks to operations, and the young lady that is representing Dollar Tree, what I want to reiterate is that it's been an ongoing issue, and we were not able to get in touch with Dollar Tree until they came to the village to want to open up and operate in this facility. This facility on Roosevelt Road, which, by the way, is somewhat, to your point, Trustee Abraham, very visible, but can also be problematic. We pointed out the fact that there is a recently opened Dollar Tree just over the bridge in Westchester, but apparently those spans does not concern the developer or the corporation, and that's fine. To your point, Mayor, I think we could all benefit from sales and revenue tax, but there's a standard that they have not shown that they would be willing to live up to. So if in fact there was some way to, hold them to the standard legally, once again, this is the safety committee's recommendation, and we don't get to vote. We know that the corporate authorities do vote, but we would caution, once again, allowing additional facilities to be open for a business that has proven it is incapable of operating according to our standards and only being reachable when they want to advance their business operations. So that's all that I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Anyone else from the safety committee would like to say anything before we move on? Hearing nothing else, I just want to say that I've asked for some deliverables to come back to myself and the board of trustees. Once we get the information, we'll send that out. The clerk will send that information out to the trustees, and we'll just be in touch and keep the conversation going on. You're more than welcome to stay to listen to the rest of the board meeting. If you want to disconnect, you can do so at this time. Mr. Clerk, next on the agenda.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Madam President. Item 4, consideration to approve the following minutes. Minutes from the December 7th, 2020 regular board meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Been properly motioned by Trustee Tierney, seconded by Trustee Senior. Madam President.
Trustee Horn.
I would actually like to make a correction to the minutes. The minutes reflect information from November 16th, and it reflects that I was absent when I was present.
Please walk us through that, Trustee Horn. I am confused as to what your correction is looking for.
Okay, if I open up the document that says December 7th, 2020 minutes, Roman numeral 4, consideration to approve the following minutes. The bullet point directly under it says minutes from the November 16th, 2020 regular board meeting. And it reflects in the section that says absent. It has S. Jones and V. Horn.
Okay, so Trustee Horn, you actually sent me an email regarding this earlier, and I did respond. My response was simply that I have reviewed the minutes and the recording, and I asked you to do the same. Have you also reviewed them?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so what my review showed is that at the point where we took the vote on the November 16th meeting, you were absent. If you notice, all throughout the meeting, including at the beginning, I had you marked present. So at that point, you were marked absent.
I'm not exactly sure I'm following. I know that when I click on the hyperlink that says November 16th board meeting, my face is present, I'm present. So I think the document should reflect that I'm present.
Are we talking about the same meeting, Trustee Horn?
Yes, November 16th.
Okay, you're confused, I believe. We're talking about the December 7th meeting.
Clerk McGreer, if you look at the document that is titled December 7th, 2020, you have multiple dates within that document. One of the dates reflected in that document, Roman numeral 4, makes reference to the November 16th, 2020 regular board meeting. And under that bullet point, it reflects Verena Horn as absent when Verena Horn was present. Am I the only one that sees that?
I think so.
But we voted on the minutes from December 7th. That's what's on the agenda, not November 16th.
But that it's within the same document. And so I'm asking him to make an adjustment to what's reflected in the document that was provided to everyone.
No, but the minutes is from December 7th, not November 16th. That's what we're voting on.
Okay, are we going, okay, thank you.
I'm just saying what's on the agenda and what you stated in the November 16th. December 7th regular board meetings. Am I correct, Mr. Clerk?
You are absolutely correct, Madam President.
So then why do we have a document that reflects multiple dates within it?
To me, it looks like it's reflecting December 7th, which is what's up for consideration now.
Does anybody, am I the only one looking at a document?
Let me make a recommendation. Let's table the minutes so that we can keep moving and then we can bring it back at the next board meeting to approve.
Second.
Need a motion.
I can't make a motion. Somebody needs to make a motion to table.
Sorry.
I'll make a motion to table.
Okay. Let us just do that, and then that way we can try to iron out whatever is taking place with the minutes and Trustee Horn comments. Is that fair?
That is fair. Thank you.
Okay, so the next board meeting, this should be on the December 7th minutes should be on the next board meeting in January.
Yes, ma'am, Madam President. So it's been properly tabled by Trustee Tierney, seconded by Trustee Horn. We'll take a roll call. Trustee Horn?
Yes.
Trustee Jones?
Yes.
Okay, let the record reflect Trustee Jones did arrive to the meeting at, I'm going to say 8:15 because I saw him in and out. Trustee Tierney?
Yes.
Trustee Senior?
Yes.
Trustee Abraham?
Yes.
Trustee Miller? Trustee Miller is absent. And this carries 5-0 to table until the next board meeting. Thank you. Next is item 5, consideration to approve expenditures. Grand total of all funds, $161,417.01.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And properly motioned by Trustee Abraham, seconded by Trustee Senior. Madam President, open for discussion.
Thank you. Trustee Abraham, Chairwoman of the Finance Committee, will you please read the warrant list?
Pardon me?
Will you please read the warrant list?
Sure. You ready? All right. For our warrant list is the first vendor on there's Alfred G. Ronan LTD for $12,000. B&F Construction Code Services for $12,982.55. ComEd, $3,157.53. Geno's Heating and Plumbing Incorporated, $24,334.50. Grasso Graphics Incorporated, $3,221.68. Groot Incorporated, $41,603.86. Lauderback and Amen LLP, $2,700. Law Offices of Philip M. Fornaro, $2,576.25. Montana and Welch LLC, $3,256.97. Stryker Sales Corp., $2,880.56. TNT Towing and Recovering Incorporated, $3,750. Transamerica Retirement Solution, $3,373.46. Village of Romeoville Fire Academy, $2,950. Windstream, $2,988.89. Our total expenditures over 2,500 is $121,776.25. The total expenditures is $161,417.01. The percentage of total is set 75%. We also have an electronic payment for our vendor, Chase credit card payments reflecting as of November 25th, 2020 in the amount of $1,549.96. To the funds that are part of this, the general fund, $89,227.76. Garbage fund, $41,603.86. Roosevelt Road TIF fund, $721.97. 17th Avenue TIF North, $2,388.75. 19th Street TIF, $146.25. Our water and sewage fund, $27,328.42 for a grand total of $161,417.01. That's the end of my report, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Did we get a motion? Trustee Horn?
Yes, I would like to just go on record saying I don't think it's in our best interest to pay Al G. Ronan until we actually see his face and he communicates to us what he's lobbied for on behalf of Broadview and what we should expect from his efforts. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Trustee Jones?
I have no comment.
Thank you. Trustee Tierney?
No comment.
Trustee Senior?
No comment.
Trustee Abraham?
No comment, no questions.
Just for the record, Al G. Ronan LTD submits all of his backup documentation with his invoices that's available for all the trustees to come to Village Hall to review. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, you can, Madam President. Trustee Horn.
No.
Trustee Jones.
No.
Trustee Tierney.
Yes.
Trustee Senior.
Yes.
Trustee Abraham.
Yes.
Trustee Miller is absent. Mayor Thompson.
Yes.
This carries 4-2 to pay the bills. Thank you. Next is item 6, old business. We have none. Moving to item 7, new business. Item A motion to authorize the Board of Fire and Police Commissioners to proceed with the promotion of Nicholas Schottler to the rank of captain for the fire department of the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois, to fill a captain vacancy.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second.
And properly motioned by Trustee Tierney, seconded by, who was the second, please?
Verena Horn.
Senior.
Trustee Horn, I'm sorry. Motion by Trustee Tierney, seconded by Trustee Horn. Madam President, open for discussion.
Thank you. Trustee Horn?
Congratulations. That's it.
Trustee Jones?
No comment.
Trustee Tierney?
Congratulations. No other comment.
Trustee Senior?
Congratulations. That's it. No comment.
Trustee Abraham?
No questions other than congratulations.
And I will extend my congratulations to Captain.
Okay. Would you like a roll call at this time, Madam?
Yes, a roll call, please.
All right. Did you have anything to say, Chief Kenny?
No, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm excited for this, and it'll be a good ride for him. We also have, just so you know, at all the village board meetings now, each officer is being educated in the legislative process.
Oh, nice.
And the board meeting. So it'll be a different officer attending with me every time. So this process is new for them rather than going to the village hall. So each one will be different. So just want to let you guys know, so you're wondering what Lieutenant Monks was doing.
Well, that's really a great idea, and I love that. So that's leadership. Thank you. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Thank you. Roll call. Trustee Horn,
Yes.
Trustee Jones,
Aye.
Trustee Tierney,
Yes.
Trustee Senior,
Yes.
Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
Trustee Miller is absent. Madam President, this carries 5-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item, item B, a resolution authorizing and approving a statement of work with the Department of Veterans Affairs, Edward Hines Junior Hospital for the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to
approve.
Second.
Been properly motion by Trustee Tierney, seconded by Trustee Abraham. Madam President.
Chief Kenny, you want to tell us about this?
Yes, so this is going to sound repetitive from 6 months ago, but Hines VA, we do have a 5-year contract with them that expired back in July of 2019. They asked for an original, I'm sorry, July of 2020. They asked for an original extension for 6 months because of COVID. Now we're still wrapped up in this, so they asked for another 6-month extension. So it'll end up being a contract for 6 years, and then we will have to rebid for the contract come July of next year. So this is just an extension of the services we already provide, which we can meet all the standards and all the expectations.
Okay. Trustee Horn,
No questions.
Trustee Jones,
No comment.
Trustee Tierney,
I'd just like to compliment the chief and the department for working on that. I like the fact that we included the manpower, the equipment response, the response time. So, yeah, no, that's other than that, no other questions.
thank you. Trustee Senior,
No comment.
thank you. Trustee Abraham, Trustee Abraham,
I don't believe she's still in the call, Madam President.
can we get a roll call?
Yes, we can. Trustee Horn,
Yes.
Trustee Jones,
Aye.
Trustee Tierney,
Yes.
Trustee Senior,
Yes.
Trustee Abraham,
Yes, and I apologize. I keep getting disconnected from some apparent reason. Mr. Clerk, I apologize for that.
got you, Trustee. Thank you. And Trustee Miller is absent. Madam President, this carries 5-0. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Next is item C, an ordinance authorizing and approving an intergovernmental agreement by and between the Village of Broadview and the State of Illinois, acting by and through its Department of Transportation for the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by Trustee Abraham, seconded by Trustee Senior. Madam President, open for discussion.
Thank you. C and D go hand in hand. So Director Ames, would you like to tell us about this intergovernment between the village and the state of Illinois?
Mayor, yeah, the intergovernment agreement, and to your point, C and D, is the improvements that IDOT will be making on the bridge at Cermak, which connects Westchester and Broadview and extends over the railroads. So they will be rebuilding the bridge and all of the ancillaries, meaning the lights that the village owns and operates has to be moved. And the expense is $58,000, which would be item D on the agenda tonight. But these costs are paid to IDOT as they bid the job out. So they gave us the option to, in essence, make these improvements on our own or to reimburse them as part of their bid packet. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you. Trustee Horn,
No questions.
Trustee Jones,
No comment.
thank you. Trustee Tierney,
No questions.
Trustee Senior,
No comment.
Trustee Abraham,
No questions.
Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Horn,
Yes.
Trustee Jones,
Aye.
Trustee Tierney,
Yes.
Trustee Senior,
Yes.
Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
Trustee Miller is absent. Madam President, this carries 5-0. Thank you.
Okay.
Next is item D, a resolution a resolution appropriating sufficient funds to pay the village's share of the cost for improvements in connection with an intergovernmental agreement by and between the Village of Broadview and the State of Illinois, acting by and through its Department of Transportation for the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second.
Properly motion by Trustee Abraham, seconded by Trustee Horn. Madam President.
Thank you. I'm really excited about the improvements that they're making to the bridge, but also the cost that we're going to be responsible for is $58,000, to be exact, $58,213. This will allow for pedestrian and bike-friendly improvements to be constructed as part of the state's overall improvements to the bridge. So it's a benefit for us in the Village of Broadview. Trustee Horn?
No questions.
Trustee Jones?
No comment.
Trustee Tierney?
No questions.
Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Trustee Abraham?
No questions.
Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Horn?
Yes.
Trustee Jones?
Yes.
Trustee Tierney?
Yes.
Trustee Senior?
Yes.
Trustee Abraham?
Yes.
And Trustee Miller is absent, Madam President. This carries 5-0. Thank you all. Next item. E, a resolution approving the annual treasurer's report for the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by Trustee Abraham, seconded by Trustee Senior. Madam President.
Thank you. So the annual treasurer's report is something that we have to do according to the municipal code 6 months after the end of the village's fiscal year. So the attachments were a part of your board packet. The treasurer must prepare and file with the village clerk an annual account of all money received and expenditures incurred during the preceding fiscal year, and also must file a copy of the report with each town or county collector who collects tax levied by the village, together with an affidavit of the village clerk stating that the copy is true and correct copy of the annual treasurer's report filed by the village clerk. That it was published and posted as required by section 3.1-35-65. The date of filing and publication or posting, and if published, the newspaper in which it was published. Mr. Clerk, can you tell us if that's been done and what paper it was published in?
Yes, Madam President, I can attest that the treasurer's report was filed, and also that the ad will run on this Wednesday's Village Free Press in the legal section. And I will have a copy and proof of that for the record and available for any trustee that'd like to see it.
Okay, thank you. Trustee Horn?
No questions. Thank you.
Trustee Jones?
I have no comment.
Thank you. Trustee Tierney?
No comments.
Trustee Senior?
No comment.
Trustee Abraham?
No questions.
Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Horn?
Abstain.
Trustee Jones?
No.
Trustee Tierney?
Yes.
Trustee Senior?
Yes.
Trustee Abraham?
Yes.
Trustee Miller is absent. Madam President?
Yes.
This carries 5-1 with one abstention. Thank you. Next item is item F, a resolution approving the 2021 holiday schedule for the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Second.
So properly motioned by Trustee Horn, seconded by Trustee Abraham. Madam President, open for discussion.
Trustee Horn?
No questions.
Trustee Jones?
No comment.
Trustee Tierney?
No questions.
Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Trustee Abraham?
No questions.
Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Horn,
Yes.
Trustee Jones,
Aye.
Trustee Tierney,
Yes.
Trustee Senior,
Yes.
Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
Trustee Miller is absent, and Madam President, this carries 5-0. Thank you. Next is item G, consideration of an application for a business license requested by Ronald Allender of American Freight Outlet Stores located at 1000 Broadview Square, doing business as American Freight, appliance, furniture, mattress, for the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve. Second.
The property motion by trustee Tierney, seconded by trustee Abraham. Madam President.
Commissioner Upshaw, you want to tell us about this business?
Yes, American Freight Outlet Stores LLC. They will sell it's a retail outlet that will sell appliances, furniture, and mattresses. It will be located at 1000 Broadview Square. American Freight, for those who are familiar with Sears outlet, they used to be on George Street in North Avenue. This is that company. And so they have already relocated and look forward to being a part of Broadview.
Thank you. Trustee Horn?
No questions.
Trustee Jones?
No comment.
Trustee Tierney?
No comment.
Trustee Senior?
No comment.
Trustee Abraham?
No questions.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, you can, Madam President. Trustee Horn?
Yes.
Trustee Jones?
Aye.
Trustee Tierney?
Yes.
Trustee Senior?
Yes.
Trustee Abraham?
Yes, and welcome to the village.
All right. And Trustee Miller is absent. Madam President, this carries 5-0. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Board.
Next item. Item 8, application for the authority to expend funds totaling $26,952.22 for minor electronics.
I'm gonna ask the trustees to table this until the next board meeting because there's a discrepancy in the dollar amount.
Just gonna say. Motion to table until the next board meeting.
Thank
Second.
you, trustee.
Second.
I'm sorry, who made the motion?
Verena Horn.
And was that seconded by trustee Senior?
Yeah.
Jones.
Trust.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Who made the second, please? Can I have a second?
I said second. Trustee Abraham, and I don't know who else said it. Somebody else said it as
Motion by
well.
Trustee Horn, seconded by trustee Abraham. I'll take a roll call. Trustee Horn?
Yes.
Trustee Jones?
Aye.
Trustee Tierney?
Yes.
Trustee
Aye.
Senior?
Yes.
Trustee Abraham?
Yes.
Trustee Miller is absent, and this carries to table to the next board meeting 5-0. And my apologies, that was my mistake on the difference of amounts. Okay. Next is item, looks like 9, Village Clerk. I have a short report. It's the end of the year clerk's report. I'd like to first off let everyone know that a little less than a year ago, Sterling Codifiers, which has been doing the codification for the Village of Broadview for years, had been purchased. They went out of business, retired, and they were now purchased by American Legal Publishing, which is a legal entity. They now host our village code on the website. There's a new link. And I must say, so far, they've been doing a good job with response and getting our village code up and codified. As of today, actually as of December 7th, all ordinances have been codified as of that date. Our minutes and agendas are all posted on the website for public review. And this had never been accomplished in the past. While the mayor and clerk's office are separate offices, I will say that Mayor Thompson asked all the right questions that spur certain actions to ensure that we are all in compliance with the state statute and up to date with everything. We didn't have that in the past administration, and that is probably the reason I believe that this office was in such bad shape when we took over back in May of 2017. I am currently a part of the MCI, Municipal Clerks of Illinois, and also the Northwest Clerks Association. I have an excellent working relationship with clerks in the area, as well as clerks throughout the state. We had been doing an annual workshop. It was a week-long training down in Springfield. Obviously, due to COVID, that didn't happen this season. This would have been my third year and graduating year for that training, and it's a very, very extensive training. They teach you everything. I do have the respect of my peers as we assist each other in many ways. I've also assisted them in various things, that normally a 5 to 6 year clerk would handle. I wanted to talk about the minutes of the meeting and the procedure. And this is going to be basic. You can go deeper into it offline and on an individual basis if you have questions. But the minutes are produced by the clerk by listening to the recordings that we have all access to, along with my notes, the minutes, taken during the meeting. The minutes are the minutes, nothing more, nothing less. In the past, I've been approached by certain board members asking that certain details of the proceedings and certain commentary be masked because it does not make them look favorable to the public. In other instances, such as in the email that I did receive from Trustee Horn today, I was asked to include more detail. You can't have it both ways.
Excuse me?
I will continue to produce the minutes as I hear them, which will directly reflect the proceedings of the meeting that the legislative body as well as the public have access to. Now, going forward, we're not going to belabor on this point, but this will be before you in the next board meeting, trustees. If you would kindly look at the December 7th recording on the village website, and please direct your attention to minute 613 of that meeting. It clearly shows that when we took the vote to approve those minutes, Trustee Horn was absent, which is why I marked her absent on the minutes. She knew that, but I'm sure all of you all will see that, which is what I saw, and the minutes are accurate. The clerk's office is currently in sound shape, and I would like to wish all the residents, elected officials, and staff of Broadview a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Madam President, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk.
Next is item 10, Village President, Mayor Katrina Thompson.
Happy holidays to all. I actually wrote a speech for the community to wish you all a happy holidays. Challenging times often make people reflect on the importance of the people in their lives and the gratitude for those who helped them get through the year. I want to begin by wishing every resident of Broadview a happy, healthy, and peaceful holiday season. In the season's spirit of peace and cooperation, I am proud to say that the Village of Broadview is working together like never before to deliver effective services and build a vibrant community. What I hope to convey this year is that connections to hold your hand, to keep, to frame, to remind us that we're able to give and receive in toughest times, and that we should continue doing so. As we approach 2021, our focus is to continue economic development and public works capital improvements as funding becomes available. The pandemic has caused a lot of uncertainty, and I'm proud to say that we've balanced our budget for the third year in a row. And I say we because it takes leaders to trust the process in times of uncertainty. I would like to thank all the department heads for your leadership during these tough times. As stated many times, we will continue to monitor our budget every 90 days and report our findings to the Board of Trustees at a public committee meeting or a regular board meeting, allowing for complete transparency as well as being fiscal responsible. I would like to take this time to highlight 2020. At the end of last year, 2019, the Village Board unanimously voted to allow for the sale of cultivation and recreational cannabis in certain parts of town. 2, West Enterprise Zone was established this year. The towns included Broadview, Bellwood, Maywood, Melrose, and unincorporated Cook County. 3, Bosch gave a departing gift to the village in the amount of $50,000. The recipients of that gift went to Lindop School, $25,000, Triton College Foundation, $15,000, which several students have received the Mayor Katrina R. Thompson Village of Broadview Scholarship, amounts ranging from $250 to $500, and the Answer Inc. received $10,000. 4, the Village Board passes an ordinance making Juneteenth a paid holiday for municipal employees, the first in the state, county, and municipal government. 5, the Village Board unanimously voted in favor of granting SBC Waste Solutions a woman and family-owned waste hauling firm. 6, Broadview partnered with the Village of Bellwood and the Village of Maywood for the first tour day proviso. We need a bike path in the Black and Brown community. I can't wait for next year. 7, 2 new businesses joined us on the Roosevelt Road corridor, Sip and Create Studio, LLC, and Chicken Shack. 8, we have partnered with Urban Efficiency Group, a Black-owned environmental sustainability firm. 9, the village received $158,585 for improvements on Bragdon Drive. 10, we broke ground for the senior apartments on October 29th, 2020. 11, we have a positive budget even in a pandemic. 12, we received over $500,000 from Cook County for COVID relief funds. 13, we partnered with Black Men United, PLCCA, and World Vision and hosted food drives for families in need since July, serving over 2,500 families. 14, over 90 people were tested for COVID-19 in the village chambers. The next one will take place on Saturday, January 9th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Look for the flyer on the website, social media sites, as well as your email. 15, finally, we had a Christmas parade to lift the spirits of families that lived and worked in the village of Broadview. In a moment of sadness, we put smiles on people's faces. They are still talking about it in Broadview and our surrounding areas. We were also able to bless 11 families this season thanks to Operation Santa, as well as provide 5 laptops to 5 families courtesy of Christmas and awards. It's been a year of uncertainties, a lot of speeches, keeping the residents informed, as well as a lot of nice photos shared on social media and in our newsletters to keep you informed on the progress of the village. The photos tells the story of who has boots on the ground and doing the work versus those that don't. Keep smiling and posing for pictures. I know I will. You never know when you'll show up on social media or in our quarterly newsletter. Before I ask for an adjournment of our last meeting of the year, I would like to thank some IKE communicators. Telecommunicator Mike Rajeski, Frank Reyes, and Tammy Zaya. Thank you for being professional, being alert, and assisting an officer in need. This did not go unnoticed by Police Chief in Broadview, as well as the Chief of Police in Maywood. Please stay safe during this holiday season. Please, no large family and or friends gatherings. Wear your face mask in public places and wash your hands. Trustee Horn and Trustee Jones, I'm going to ask if you please come pick up your mail. Your mailbox is extremely full. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and God bless you. We are Broadview Strong. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
We can't hear you, Mr. Clerk.
Sorry about that. It's been properly motioned by Trustee Tierney, seconded by Trustee Senior. Madam President, at this, we'll take a roll call. Trustee Horn?
No.
No to adjourn the meeting?
Yes, no to adjourn the meeting.
All right.
Ha 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 ha. I would like to make a comment on Kevin McGreer's comment.
Order, can we have
There's a
order?
motion on the floor.
We got a motion.
That is extremely inappropriate.
The motion on the
Trustee
floor.
Jones is absent. Trustee Tierney?
Yes.
Trustee Senior?
Yes.
Trustee Abraham?
Yes.
Trustee Miller is absent. Madam President, this meeting is hereby adjourned at 8:46
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. See you
Happy. Good night.
Oh my goodness.